A little bit more cloud cover than the last couple of days, mostly some high clouds passing on by, but we'll see a few more clouds this afternoon. Still mostly sunny for much of the day. Temperatures right now in the low 70s for many, 70 in Lebanon, 68 in Branson, 69 in Mountain Home right now, and 71 in Harrison. Throughout the afternoon, temperatures climbing back into the upper 70s by around 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll have a little bit more cloud cover for the evening. Temperatures in the upper 60s at 9 o'clock. Highs today around 77 to about 79 degrees, maybe a couple degrees cooler in some of our easternmost counties. Regardless, though, all of us around to maybe even a little bit above average for this time of year today. Winds will begin to pick up heading into the afternoon. We'll see some gusts today, maybe around 20-25 miles an hour. Nothing too strong, but winds do really increase for the weekend ahead. Now this afternoon, I think we stay pretty dry. We have very dry air in place closer to the surface, so any rain that tries to fall will likely evaporate before hitting the ground, but some better chances on the way heading into the weekend and certainly at the start of next week that we'll talk about coming up soon. So a sprinkle or two. Don't cancel any outdoor plans certainly for the day today. We have a decent amount of sunshine and really just kind of some high cloud cover mostly right now. This is a look here, 4 o'clock. Same story, maybe a sprinkle. Not much in the way of rain, though, throughout the day today. And then we're dry into the early hours of the night tonight. Tomorrow morning, though, maybe a few morning showers beginning to develop, kind of becoming a bit more widely scattered by the mid-morning through about lunchtime. And then into the late afternoon and evening, we'll begin to see rain clearing on out, maybe a small chance overnight again into Saturday early morning. Temperatures today warming up nicely. We'll be back in the upper 70s for many this afternoon. Average highs about 75, 76 degrees. By 9 o'clock, upper 60s, and then overnight lows tonight cooling off only, very warm start to the day, only into the low 60s out the door tomorrow morning. Now, I mentioned humidity. Today it's pretty pleasant, but our humidity is beginning to go up into the afternoon and certainly by tomorrow. And it'll be humid to maybe even a bit muggy at times this weekend and certainly at the start of next week as we track dew points going up and moisture obviously going up as well too. So temperatures warming up a bit more. Will be in the mid to upper 80s at times from Friday all the way through your Monday, low 80s by Tuesday, and we do have daily rain chances. Not everyone will see rain every single day, and I do want to stress that this weekend will still have a lot of dry time as well, especially on Sunday. Sunday, I think we really stay mostly dry, any rain mostly in the overnight hours. So here's Saturday morning. Like I mentioned, we'll wake up to a few scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two by lunchtime. But then by the late afternoon and evening, once again, I think we are looking mostly dry. So your late afternoon and evenings, you have probably the best chance for some drier weather Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, I think we stay dry from the morning into the afternoon. It's not until after dark that rain chances go up and maybe a little bit of rain Sunday night into early Monday morning. But hey, Monday, a lot more rain moving in by the afternoon and evening hours. Some scattered showers, some storms, and some of these could even be severe. Then heading into Tuesday, same story, another wave of rain and a few storms pushes on into the afternoon. Now there is a severe risk already issued for Monday. Low risk typically translates to about a level 2 slight threat, mostly north of I-44, and then a medium threat back in that orange color you see from Kansas into Iowa. Tuesday's severe threat, though, covers most of the Ozarks. We have another low risk issued, and it covers really much of the Show Me State as well, down into northwestern Arkansas. So we'll have to watch these days closely. Right now, wind, hail, primary threats. But of course, this time of year, it's springtime in the Ozarks. Don't want to rule out maybe an isolated tornado. But like I mentioned, it's not going to be a lot of rain this weekend. Maybe a little bit more than what this model here shows. Likely about a trace to maybe a 1/10 of an inch. Potentially up to a quarter if you see a thunderstorm through Sunday, but once again, Sunday's mostly dry. However, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even extending into Thursday, we have daily rain chances that look maybe a little bit better, and we'll likely pick up maybe closer to 1/2 of an inch, 1.5 inches of rain through the week, with some locally higher totals certainly possible. It's pretty dry, few high clouds, temperatures in the low 70s at 8 o'clock, and you'll notice winds a little breezy at times today, some gusts, I'd say up to 25 miles an hour. but 30-35 miles an hour Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and still breezy on Monday as well. So winds picking up, rain chances going up as well. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s this weekend, closer to I-49, but we are looking pretty dry. You may see a sprinkler or two west of 65 this afternoon. Temperatures right now in the low to even a few mid 70s, some 60s, upper 60s in our eastern counties. And today temperatures climbing back into the upper 70s for highs today, around to a little bit above average. We'll continue to stay pretty quiet though throughout the day today, and still in the 70s at 8 o'clock with a few more clouds overnight tonight. Highs today around 77 to about 79 degrees. I'd say maybe around 76, 77 in some of our easternmost counties. And winds will be a little bit breezier at times coming in from the southeast. Gusts today around 20 to 25 miles an hour. And it's going to start pushing in some warmer air. So like I said, a sprinkler or two maybe west of Highway 65 today. However, some drier air closer to the surface kind of fighting against this rain. So actually I think a lot of it potentially evaporates before it reaches the surface, and so maybe a sprinkler too, but certainly most stay completely dry today with a little bit more rain possible tomorrow morning and another chance heading into the weekend that will time out for you coming up soon. Decent amount of sunshine right now, just a few passing high clouds mostly. There is maybe a sprinkler or two back close to I-49. I mentioned it a little bit earlier though. Rain today kind of fighting against some drier air, so a lot of this evaporates before it reaches the surface. Still a sprinkler or two west of Highway 65 though into the afternoon. Almost everyone stays dry though. Don't cancel any outdoor plans. And then tonight looking pretty dry. Tomorrow morning though, rain chances going up. We'll see a few scattered showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two. Nothing severe expected though. And rain through about lunchtime, on and off. Not a complete washout, but I think we are dry by the afternoon and evening hours. And then Saturday morning, we'll wake up to another chance for maybe a few more showers. Temperatures today, though, really nice. We'll be in the upper 70s for many, some mid 70s in our eastern counties. We're around average for this time of year to maybe a degree or two above for most. By 9 o'clock, still in the upper 60s, and lows tonight we'll drop into the low 60s out the door waking up tomorrow morning. So pretty warm start to the day tomorrow. And you'll notice our humidity beginning to go up heading into, really, you'll feel it Friday all the way through the middle of next week. We are looking at moisture beginning to return, our temperatures really climbing, and we'll be in the mid to upper 80s for your Friday all the way through Monday. Low 80s by Tuesday with daily rain chances. However, this weekend I do want to stress it's going to be pretty dry most of the weekend. Not a washout. Rain chances better though on Monday and into Tuesday. Those will be kind of soggy days for us. So here's how Saturday works out. In the morning, a few scattered showers, and then I'd say by the afternoon and evening hours again, we really begin to dry on out. And hey, Sunday will be the driest day of the weekend. I think we stay dry from the morning all afternoon long, and then it's not until maybe the overnight hours that we could see a shower pass on by, with better rain chances Monday afternoon and evening. And some of these showers and storms on Monday could also be maybe severe as well as we head into the evening hours, with another chance for some rain and storms Tuesday in the afternoon and evening. Some of these could also be on the severe side. Monday, there is already a severe risk issued by the Storm Prediction Center. Low risk, which is typically level 2, slight risk, mostly north of I-44. That greatest threat is going to be north of us, though, back over towards Kansas up into Iowa. And then on Tuesday, we have another severe threat. It's a lower risk as well, basically level 2, slight threat. That will include most of our area and really most of the state of Missouri. Now, I do want to stress once again that we do have a lot of dry time through the weekend. Most picking up maybe only a trace to a 1/10 of an inch if you see anything at all. So it's really going to be a pretty nice but hot weekend. Muggy as well, and then all the way through next Thursday with rain chances daily, but the better chances Monday, Tuesday, and maybe even into next Wednesday and Thursday. I think we could pick up anywhere from around at least half of an inch of rain to maybe even around 1.5 inches in many spots here across the Ozarks. Really hope that we see a decent amount in northern Arkansas where you need it the most, but all of us are needing rain right now. We'll be in the 80s Friday all the way. A system back in the northeast bringing a bit of rain in their neck of the woods. Nothing severe right now, but certainly a soggy day there back up in Massachusetts and into Vermont. And we'll continue to see a little bit of rain here in the plains, maybe not as widespread and mostly on the lighter side back in Nebraska, heading into Kansas, and maybe a sprinkle or two here in the Ozarks today. There is a chance for severe storms though this afternoon and evening. Level 2 slight risk off to our west, back over in Kansas, parts of the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, and to our north up in Kansas City, parts of northern Missouri also included in a level 1 marginal threat. Tomorrow's severe threat, level 1 marginal threat, kind of stays out of our area as well, but includes parts of Missouri, level 2 slight risk northwestern Missouri into Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas. And then in Arkansas, you stay pretty quiet over the next couple of days. Temperatures just heating up. We have a couple fire alerts with red flag warnings in place from parts of the plains back over Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas today. Some big heat on the map. 93 in Dallas, 94 in Amarillo, 82 in Omaha, and we'll be back in the 100s in Phoenix again today. 78 here in Springfield, around average. A lot cooler though in the northeast with highs only in the 40s in Buffalo. Up just a bit. Right now we have winds coming in from the southeast with gusts around 20 to 25 miles an hour in spots. Check out really strong breezy day over in Kansas. Gusts right now upwards of around 40 miles an hour. For us today, 20 to 25 will be the trend with the strongest wind gusts likely along and west of Highway 65. And then overnight tonight, still a little breezy at times, but winds a lot breezier for the day tomorrow coming in from the south. We'll see some gusts around 30 to 35 miles an hour, I would say, with some of the strongest into the afternoon and evening. 45, maybe a stretch in Branson and Rogers. But regardless, certainly a lot breezier, and it will help push in some warmer air and more moisture beginning to work its way on in as well. So you're looking at dew points right now. Dew points have been pretty low recently, and it's felt nice and crisp. You've especially felt it in your mornings. Dew points in the 40s heading into the afternoon for many. However, with southerly winds, we'll start to push in some more moisture, and dew points climb into the 60s Friday and heading into the weekend, 50s and 60s. So it's going to start to get a bit muggy. We have more moisture moving on in as well, and a couple rain chances on the way as we head into the weekend and especially at the start of next week. Sunshine, some high clouds, and we'll stay in the 70s through about 7 o'clock, and then tonight staying pretty warm in the low 60s out the door tomorrow morning. Winds a little breezy today and at times tonight, certainly picking up though for the weekend ahead. Tomorrow rain chances mostly in the morning through about lunchtime. Same story on Saturday, maybe a few more scattered earlier into the afternoon. Have been pleasant. We've had a few more clouds on the last couple of days right now, lining up kind of along Highway 65 and off to the west, and temperatures right now are right around average. We are sitting in the mid to even a few upper 70s in some spots. 79 in Harrison. Check out off to our west over in Kansas and Oklahoma, nearing 90 degrees today. So close, but so far. Our temperatures are certainly warming up though heading into the weekend. No problems this evening though. We'll be in the upper 60s by around 9 o'clock. A few more clouds overnight tonight, and temperatures tomorrow morning will wake up in the low 60s out the door, with highs tomorrow climbing into the mid, maybe even a few upper 80s in some spots. And I think we'll be a little bit warmer in our eastern counties as well, also in the 80s for highs. And we'll look at a small chance for a little bit of rain and over the next couple of hours, and by rain I really just mean a sprinkle or two. Better chance though tomorrow. We are watching winds a bit gusty at times today. Some gusts still around 20 to 25 miles an hour, and like I mentioned, a sprinkle for a spot. Almost everyone stays dry though. Better rain chances tomorrow morning, waking up through maybe around lunchtime. I'll show you when the rain clears on out and your full weekend forecast is coming up. Sprinkle or two, that's really about it heading into the evening. I think we stay pretty dry outside of maybe another sprinkle, but I'm really not too worried about that. Now tomorrow morning, better rain chances on the way. This is 6 a.m. not too bad yet. Coverage grows through the mid-morning though. We'll see some more widely scattered showers possible waking up through about lunchtime. I don't think it rains all day though. I think by the afternoon hours, rain chances really begin to go down. We'll enjoy some dry time with more rain heading into Saturday morning, lingering through around lunchtime as well, maybe into the early afternoon. Temperatures nice and warm today. back in the upper 60s for most by 9 o'clock. Your lows tonight on the warmer side will wake up in the low 60s for many tomorrow morning, and highs tomorrow in the mid to upper 80s. Will be warmer in some of our easternmost cities as well too, likely also in at least the low 80s for highs tomorrow. And you'll notice humidity really starting to go up. Winds today from the southeast, still from the south the next couple of days, and warm, muggy air returns. So I haven't shown the muggy meter in quite some time, and it'll certainly be felt all the way into the middle of next week. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s this weekend through about Monday. And you notice we have daily rain chances. I just can't stress it enough. This weekend, though, is going to be mostly dry. You're going to have a lot of dry time to enjoy outside, especially on Sunday. So here's how this plays out. 7 a.m. Saturday, some scattered showers continuing through at least lunchtime. Then by the late afternoon and evening, I think we have a lot of dry time here. And then Sunday morning through the afternoon, a lot of dry time. Sunday should stay mostly dry during the day. Some rain chances Sunday overnight, though, into early Monday morning. And then a better chance for some more widespread rain Monday afternoon and into the evening hours. Some thunderstorms here we'll have to watch closely, too. That could be severe. And then another chance on Tuesday for a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms. That could also be on the strong to severe side. There is already a severe risk for Monday issued. It's a low risk, typically level 2 slight risk. This translates to, and it's mostly north of I-44. It's a little bit greater medium risk back off well to our northwest. And then on Tuesday, another chance for some showers and storms we'll have to watch. A low risk for much of us here in the Ozarks, at least in our Missouri counties and northwestern Arkansas. But just want to show you, though, through the weekend, like I mentioned, it's not a lot of rain. We're talking about maybe a trace to a 1/10 of an inch on average. For many, if you do see maybe an isolated thunderstorm, it could be closer to 1/4 of an inch, but that would not be widespread. Better rain chances, better rain accumulation Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a few showers still lingering into next Thursday. And rainfall total wise will likely be close to maybe around 1/2 of an inch to 1.5 inches through the week ahead, with some locally higher totals certainly possible as well for the week too. Now, the next 7 days shows that the world may be getting overall wetter, but at the same time, the land is actually getting drier. Temperatures continue rising. More than 1/4 of the world's population could face unusually dry land conditions, even in places where total rainfall increases. Up a bit, they are coming in from the southeast. Current gusts right now about 15 to 25 miles an hour. Gusts around 40 miles an hour over in Kansas and Oklahoma today. Our winds staying pretty mild still over the next couple of hours. Still maybe some gusts around 20-25. And then overnight tonight, I don't think it'll be as breezy, but winds do pick up tomorrow coming in from the south-southwest now. And gusts in the morning, maybe around 25 to 30 miles an hour. And then in the afternoon, maybe even around 30-35 miles an hour at times toward the day tomorrow. Now, with strong southerly winds moving back in, it's really going to help increase our moisture. So dew points have been pretty low the last couple of days. That's going to change, and it's going to start to feel a bit more humid. Dew points climbing back into the 60s for your Friday, and then hanging around Saturday as well. A decent amount of moisture in place, and this is moisture closer to the surface, but even in the upper levels of the atmosphere, moisture will start to increase, and that will help our rain chances return heading into the weekend. Maybe some small chances Friday, Saturday, mostly in the morning hours, and then our better chances will be Monday and Tuesday next week. Warmer in the 80s for highs tomorrow. I'd say a little bit warmer in our eastern counties, and we'll be above average heading all the way through the weekend with a couple rain chances on the way. Some better coverage again on Saturday, looking mostly dry on Sunday, and Saturday not a complete washout either. Morning to early afternoon showers drying on out in the evening. I'll time it all out for you hour by hour though coming up on KY3 News. The nice weather today. We've had a decent amount of sunshine, a little bit more cloud cover than the last few afternoons, but overall we're staying dry. Temperatures in the mid 70s right now for most. Hot spot is Harrison at 79, but 93 in Wichita right now, so it could be worse. 73 in Salem and 77 in Camdenton. Over the next couple of hours, we'll drop back into the upper 60s around 9 o'clock, mid 60s at midnight tonight, and a warmer overnight with temperatures in the low 60s out the door tomorrow morning, with highs tomorrow warming up into the 80s, and I'd say many in the mid 80s for highs tomorrow afternoon. You've noticed today winds a little breezy, some gusts about 20-25 miles an hour. We'll see winds slightly breezy at times again overnight tonight, not all night though, and I think we stay pretty dry. We'll have a few more clouds though tonight, and then for the morning tomorrow, a few widely scattered showers will be possible. That could continue through about lunchtime. We'll talk about some more weekend rain chances and our better storm chances next week coming up soon.
Thanks, Dan.
Had a decent amount of sunshine, a little bit more cloud cover as we head into the rest of your evening and overnight tonight, but it should be a really nice sunset with just some thin clouds passing by. 9 p.m. I think we stay dry overnight tonight, staying pretty dry as well. It's not until after sunrise that I think we see some shower chances moving on in. This is mid-morning. We'll have a few scattered to widely scattered showers, and then by the mid-afternoon, looking at, I'd say, some drier weather than what this model here shows. I think many will be dry by 4 o'clock, maybe an isolated shower in northern Arkansas, and then dry in the evening, and then overnight, maybe a stray shower or two. Better rain chances again Saturday morning. Temperatures this evening back in the upper 60s at 9. Overnight lows tonight cooling off only in the low 60s out the door tomorrow morning. And your highs tomorrow afternoon in the mid to maybe even a few upper 80s in some spots. I think it'll be a little bit warmer in Houston and West Plains in this shows. It's likely at least in the low 80s, but I'd say mid 80s. And you'll notice today hasn't felt too bad. Humidity does begin to go up though this weekend and at the start of next week, and it should be pretty muggy over the next couple of days. And our temperatures warming up, feeling more summer-like in the mid 80s for highs all the way from Friday through your Monday. Obviously some daily rain chances. It's not going to rain every single day for everyone, and it's certainly not going to rain all weekend. I think Sunday will be the driest day. So Saturday morning, we'll wake up to some scattered showers. In the afternoon, a few scattered showers here and there. However, I think by the mid-afternoon, certainly in the evening, we'll be drying on out. On Sunday, I think we spend most of the day completely dry, and then overnight maybe a stray shower or two, with better rain chances Monday afternoon and evening, with a few storms also possible Monday afternoon and evening that could be severe. On Tuesday, we'll see rain chances maybe a little bit better here across areas mostly south of I-44. We'll have to watch some coverage potentially north of the interstate as well. There is the potential for some of those storms to also be severe. The severe risk on Monday, low threat right now for areas north of I-44. It's a bit greater back over in Iowa, stretching back down through Kansas with that medium risk. And then Tuesday's severe threat, a low risk, also extends for most of our area as we head into the afternoon and evening hours as well. Rainfall total wise, I want to show you through the weekend. It's not a lot of rain. Like I mentioned, don't cancel any outdoor plans. We are looking at a trace to maybe 1/10 of an inch, isolated up to a quarter if you can see an isolated thunderstorm. Then by the middle of next week, rainfall totals may be closer to that 1/2 of an inch, 1.5 inch mark. So a little bit better soaking
At these.
on a skew air parcels will continue to rise when they are lighter than the environment, warmer than the environment, or both.
I'm going to go big and go with both.
And I think that's probably a safe bet.
Okay,
Use
good.
your testing
Can you
skills.
tell us what a skew-T is?
Yeah, so we've been talking about skew-Ts all week, and it's basically the graph that shows the air parcel rising. The weather balloon that we have, it shows the temperature, the dew point, and that's how we kind
So
of
it's a tool you use all
map
the time.
everything in the atmosphere. It shows a big, nice view of the atmosphere for us scientists.
All right, well, I'm glad I got it right for once.
Yes.
Danielle, thanks. Coming up, after 80 years, a World War II soldier from Missouri has returned home.